Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jingle. Today we are here at Dubrovnik, Croatia, and it's raining and I don't know how we're gonna make it, but rain or shine guys, we're gonna show you the Dubrovnik, Croatia. Stay tuned. As the ship docked in Dubrovnik, the sky were cloudy and it looked like rain could start any moment. But sometimes cloudy weather adds a little extra magic to a place like this. We are now leaving the port. We boarded a bus that would take us closer to one of the most famous filming locations in television history, King's Landing from Game of Thrones. Okay guys, today is a very special day because we are returning to Dubrovnik, Croatia for the second time. Honestly, I never imagined we would get the chance to come back here again. The last time we were here, we are completely amazed by its beauty. This city left such a strong impression on us that we always hoped we would see it again someday. And here we are guys. We are here. Okay guys, one of the highlights of our visit was seeing the area known as Blackwater Bay. For Game of Thrones fans, this location played an important role during the famous Battle of Blackwater. As we walked through the area, it was easy to imagine the dramatic scenes that took place here. The views are absolutely stunning. The combination of the historic walls, the Adriatic Sea, and the surrounding landscape creates a picture-perfect setting. Even if you've never watched Game of Thrones, this is still one of the most beautiful spots in Dubrovnik. The city has a way of blending history, culture, and natural beauty all in one place. Every corner seems to offer another incredible view worth stopping for. It was easy to see why Dubrovnik was chosen as King's Landing. The stone walls, narrow streets, ancient buildings, and breathtaking views make it feel like you've stepped into another world. For Game of Thrones fans, this place is instantly recognizable. Many of the most memorable scenes from the series were filmed right here, transforming Dubrovnik into the capital of the Seven Kingdoms. Standing here in person is completely different from seeing it on television. Everything feels bigger, more detailed, and even more impressive. It's pretty amazing to think that actors, film crews, and production teams once stood in these exact locations creating scenes watched by millions of people around the world. Okay guys, now we are entering Dubrovnik's famous Old Town. This area is one of the most beautiful and well-preserved medieval cities in Europe. Walking through these streets feels like traveling back in time. The stone pathways, historic buildings, charming alleyways, and hidden corners make every step an adventure. One thing I love about Dubrovnik is that there is always something interesting to discover. You can spend hours simply wandering around and taking everything in. The atmosphere here is so unique. Despite the crowds, there is still something peaceful about walking through streets that have existed for hundreds of years. And because this is our second visit, it feels even more special. This time, we're able to appreciate the city in a different way, noticing details we may have missed during our first trip. When we visited before, it was a Sunday, and honestly, it felt like we had the entire old town almost to ourselves. The streets were quiet, most of the shops were closed, and there were very few tourists around. It was peaceful and almost felt like we had stepped back in time. Fast forward to today, and the atmosphere is completely different. The streets are filled with visitors from all over the world. The shops are open, restaurants are busy, and there is so much energy everywhere you look. It's amazing to experience both sides of Dubrovnik, the quiet, peaceful version we saw during our first visit, and now this vibrant, bustling city full of life. Seeing so many people here really shows just how popular Dubrovnik has become, especially with travelers and Game of Thrones fans, and honestly, it's easy to understand why. Between the history, the stunning views, and the famous filming locations, this city is truly something special. Of course, no visit would be complete without spending some time exploring the shops and local streets. One of my favorite things to do while traveling is simply slowing down and taking in the atmosphere. The shops are filled with souvenirs, local products, and little treasures that help preserve memories from the trip. As we wandered through the old town, we enjoyed the beautiful architecture, watched people pass by, and soaked in every moment. Sometimes the best travel memories come from these simple experiences. Not rushing, not following a schedule, just enjoying where you are. One of the most iconic Game of Thrones filming locations in Dubrovnik is the site of Cersei Lannister's famous Walk of Shame. If you've watched the series, you probably recognize these steps immediately. This is where one of the most unforgettable scenes in television history was filmed. Standing here and seeing it with our own eyes is such a surreal experience. It's amazing how a simple staircase became one of the most recognizable locations in this entire series. The scene itself was dramatic, emotional, and unforgettable. And now, years later, fans from all over the world continue to visit this exact spot. It's pretty cool knowing that we are standing where such an iconic moment was brought to life. Before leaving Dubrovnik, we took one last look around in this incredible city. It's easy to understand why people fall in love with this place. Between the history, the scenery, and the connection of Game of Thrones, Dubrovnik truly offers something special. Coming back for a second visit has reminded us just how beautiful this city really is. And honestly, I am so grateful we had the opportunity to experience it again. Some places are worth visiting once. Dubrovnik is one of those places that it's worth visiting again and again. From King's Landing and Blackwater Bay to the famous Walk of Shame location in the beautiful Old Town, this day was filled with unforgettable memories. Thank you Dubrovnik for another amazing visit, and thank you all for coming along with us on this adventure. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Safe travels everyone!